rises. Why? So let's say, assume Singapore depreciates the currency by 10%. Not likely lah, huh? Okay, but let's say we whack 10% drop. Price of exports falls by how many percent in foreign currency? The full 10%, right? In foreign currencies. The price of imported raw materials rises by the full 10% in SGD. Yes? Impact on COP depends on proportion of imported raw materials. Let's say Singapore produces chip, not the potato version, semiconductor chip. Imagine if a semiconductor chip uses 50% imported stuff. Other 50% sourced within Singapore. Okay? COP rises by how much? Just now was physics tutor, this one is math tutor. Huh? How much? Okay. Okay, the price of imported raw materials rises by 10%. You use 50% imported raw materials. So as a result, your cost of production will rise by 5%. Because 10% of 50%, or 50% of 10% is 5%. Yes? This is not my problem. Huh? Okay, I will just tell you 5%. Okay? So overall, price competitiveness still rises by how much? 5%. How do you get 5%? You get 10% minus this. So overall is 5%. Okay? Follow? Can it be price competitiveness doesn't change? Meaning, if you use 100% imported stuff, then what are you doing? Singapore just buy in, like Raffles time, entrepot trade, buy and sell. Not happening this nowadays, right? Revalue add. Can you use 150% imports? Can. Then you have to do a corruption investigation. Someone is siphoning off the money. Okay? So, yes. In other words, your COP cannot rise by more than this because you will only use a proportion of imported raw materials. Okay? That's why. So it will always rise all the time. How do you augment your answer? This is what you write. You will say import push inflation partly offsets. Partly is a very important word. The gain in export price competitiveness. It partly offsets the gain in export price competitiveness from a weaker currency.